Today we're going to discuss the conclusion of a really awful case, the Levi Aron case. This is a case that we have been so sensitive in covering because of the horrific nature. And also, this is, of course, a parent's worst nightmare. This is the case where a young boy is walking home from a religious day school, the first time he had been given the opportunity to walk by himself, and he was unfortunately abducted and later found dead and dismembered by another member of the Orthodox community in New York. Today, we're talking about the fact that Levi Aron pled guilty and has received 40 years in prison for this offense. And our understanding of the case is that he pled and prosecutors offered him a reduced charge because they did not want this case to go to trial, and they did not want this little boy's parents and family to have to revisit this horrific set of circumstances. Joining me today is Senior Legal Analyst for Wild About Trial, Robert Sheahen. And my discussion with you today is really, is this the appropriate way to conclude such a horrible case?
Yes.
Why?
These cases are monstrous. They're monstrous for everyone concerned. They're monstrous for the little boy, for the family of the little boy, but for the community. They're also monstrous for the defendant and the defendant's family. What I've been told is that this defendant, as a child himself, suffered a serious head injury, and for want of a better term, he was never right. And so now you have a situation where somebody who through no fault of his own is not right has committed the most horrendous crime imaginable. What do? It's like you said, you can't put the little boy's family through a trial. You can't make this guy who's not right suffer the maximum penalty. So you try to work out something that makes sense. 40 years is an astonishingly long time. People in Norway, for example, thought 21 years was appropriate for a mass murderer up there. But in today's market in the United States, 40 years is a reasonable period of time. I mean, it's silly to say that, but it's a good disposition. It's good for the defense. It's good for the prosecution. It's good for the little boy's family to be spared more agony. And that's what's important here.
I mean, from a personal perspective for me, as a parent, this is the worst nightmare imaginable. I know in dealing with this case, my hope has always been that there will be some peace for this little boy's family. And so if this plea and this sentence is closure in any way, I think that it's a good result.
There's never going to be peace for the little boy's family. There's never going to be peace for any family. You just do your best to minimize, and I applaud the prosecution, I applaud the defense, I applaud the judge for getting the best possible closure under the circumstances.
So as we close this case, I hope that we have shown sensitivity and presented both sides. But here at Wild About Trial, we do believe that a fair, just, and reasonable result was reached, and this way the little boy's family can begin to heal.